coding. Very good. Okay. So today I have 3 groups. I had prepared a class for group 2 and 3. So group number 1, I'm sorry if it's too difficult. Is there anyone from seminar 1?
Yes, me.
Who? I don't see it.
Natalia, Enemira.
Natalia, Natalia. Oh, interesting. Very good. Welcome, Natalia. This is our humble classroom with all of us. At least now we are more than just 3 or 4 people, because we normally tend to be just a few and we know each other too much. And so it's like no one laughs at my jokes and no one talks when I ask them to. All due respect, Griselda, Karen, Maria.
Me estás difamando mucho.
Very good, yes.
We are the best.
No, you are the most loyal ones.
Yes,
not,
of course.
I think, if I'm right, I think it's slander, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Yes, slander. Yes.
Yes.
Slander. Is it the same in our own legal system? Difamación or perjurio, that would be.
Also the same.
There you have it, a new word for all of you, slander. Very good. I just shared with all of you the link. So I think you're all online, aren't you?
It's like calumnia, I think.
Calumnias. Yeah, probably. I'm not sure if there is a word for calumnias. So, and I'm not in the mood to search for it on Macmillan's. So,
slander, and the other one was, I don't remember, but
because they were both taught was, for all of you. I'm not sure. Natalia, do you know what is taught? Do you know what is a taught?
Yes. A civil wrong.
You see?
A civil wrong?
Yes, very good. It's a civil wrong. Is there a word for tort in our legal system? Because I'm not sure if it is...
yes, in our system is a daño.
Daños y perjuicios. Would that be?
Daños y perjuicios.
Right. Very good. So...
the other word was libel.
Libel, yes. Let me just write it there. It's
libel, yes. Very good, Maria. I can't remember.
Very good, yes. It's like with children. Very good.
Very good.
Yes. Love it. Libel. There you have it, Natalia, if you have never seen it. I'm not sure. Are you also a lawyer, Natalia?
Yes, I am a lawyer and a national.
Is there anyone
mediator.
here who is not a lawyer?
Yo, Romina, I'm an accountant.
Accountant. Nice. Accountant. So, well, you probably will love contract law. Do we have something like that in Spanish? A ley de contratos?
It's the commercial code.
Yes.
Probably,
it's
yes.
Commercial
civil
code.
and commercial code.
Civil and commercial, yes. Although, I'm not sure if civil code in legal English means the same as our civil code. So it's not entirely correct to talk about it. But well, so now let's move on. This was the warm-up, so right. There you have it. If no one knows me, is that I'm Tomás. I'm here because Adela is busy right now. She told me she was gonna come and say hello at least, but I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be by the end of the class. And so, well, for today, I have an interesting class about contract law. And in this case, we're just gonna do a little bit of more speaking. So, Grisela, can you read it?
Okay. What do you know about e-contracts? Are they used often in your jurisdiction? What other words do you know that begin with E, meaning electronic? E-commerce.
Just e-commerce. Isn't there any other word?
Email.
Yes, very good. Yes. Okay, who wants to write it down? Can you write it down? I'm not sure if you can, because I've allowed you all to edit on it.
Maybe we can write it in the chat. I don't know.
No, why? But I've just told you to write it here, can't you?
Okay, could you tell me how can I do that? Because I really don't know. So, someone just wrote it.
I'm not sure. Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
My screen here. Well, there you can see there is a text box here that you can click and you can write something like.
But you have to enter the link in the board and then write there.
But I have already.
You can send a chat.
It's on the chat. My God.
Yes.
You're gonna drive me crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Que algunos no lo saben, Tommy.
Well, sorry.
Claro.
That new.
Sorry, but I thought Daniela taught you. Because she knows more about Zoom than me. And I. Very good. So what do you know about e-contracts? Do you know what it is?
They are electronic contracts. It's a legal document.
Yes, a legal document.
In this case, I think the difference is that they are created and signing online form.
Yes,
like that.
Probably. Maybe
and signing by two parties.
Maybe with the new apps to sign on tablets and mobile phones that I've seen that Google has released new ones so that you don't have to touch a pen and spread some more diseases. Probably with that as well. Nowadays, I think with e-contracts are going to be more trendy. Probably. Don't you think so? Have you ever seen an e-contract?
Yes.
Really? What does it look like?
It's the same like you can see in a Word. Depend if you're gonna to make it by blockchain or not. There is a difference.
Interesting. I've never seen it. But, well, very good. So don't you know more words that begin with E, as in electronic? Is there any other?
E-business.
E-business.
It can be.
Maybe. I've never heard of that.
I am not sure.
Yeah, me too. Very good. So we'll just leave it like that. E-business is in recording, yes. Recording. So, very good. So now let's turn over to the next frame. And this is going to be a very long reading. So get yourself some coffee and something. And sorry that it's... What?
Sorry, Erika is writing in the chat.
Sorry,
She
yes.
says, e-cédula, dice.
E-cédula, I've never seen that. Okay, we'll just write it here. e-cédula, e-cédula.
She has problem with the microphone.
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that. The problem is that the chat doesn't announce when someone is writing, unlike other platforms. E-learning. Erika, where have you seen an e-cédula? I've never seen one. An e-learning. Never seen that. What is e-learning?
E-learning, yes.
Sí.
Here in Córdoba, we have a system called SAC, Sistema de Administración de Causas, y nos notificamos digitalmente.
Interesting.
A eso le llamamos e-cédula.
Well, that's something that probably lawyers know about. I think, sorry if I don't know anything about it.
Yes, in San Luis, it's called cédula electrónica.
Claro.
Just the other way around.
Yes.
In Buenos Aires too.
Yes, Buenos Aires
too. I never heard of it. Very good. So, Karen, can you start reading?
Yep. Yes, reading. This is a text from a website of an American company whose stated mission is to take legal information more accessible. The text deals with electronic contracts or e-contracts. Read through the text quickly and complete the spaces 1 to 5 using these sentences A to E.
All right, so now you all take a picture of this. Can you do it?
Yes.
I'll do it as well. Very good. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. So now let's turn over to the next page. I think it's a very interesting topic because it's new for me. I haven't heard of it up until now. So now we'll start reading maybe one girl at a time for each paragraph. Or if you feel tired, you can just ask anyone else to keep on reading. Who wants to start here? My God, you're so silent.
Me, Maria.
Very good.
New law. Sorry, I hear an echo.
All right, I'll just...
Could you take Samsung to the platform because I can't see anything. They're so small. Nice, thanks.
New law makes e-signatures valid. Contracts created online are now as legal as those on paper. While contract basics generally apply to any contract, regardless of form, there are some new and emerging rules that apply specifically to contracts created online. Thanks to federal legislation recently signed into law, electronic contracts and electronic signatures are just as legal and enforceable as traditional paper contracts signed in ink.
Enforceable, it's okay, very good.
Enforceable. Thanks. The law, known as the Electronic Signatures in Global and International Commerce Act, removes the uncertainty that previously accompanied e-contracts. However, consumer groups worry that the law doesn't adequately Protect against online fraud. Adequately. Sorry.
Adequately. The stress is here in the A here.
A.
Adequately.
Adequately protect against online fraud and may create disadvantages and penalties for consumers who prefer printed agreements.
What do you think would be best fit here? Maybe we can read the whole let me just it. Maybe we can read the whole paragraph and you tell me which would fit best, or you can just tell me now whatever you want.
Let's read first.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, Karen?
Yes.
The first paragraph, and then we'll go on with Griselda.
What are electronic contracts and electronic signatures? An e-contract can also be a extra contract, commonly used by download software. The user clicks on an agree button on a page containing the terms of the software license before the transaction can be completed. One of the more difficult electronic contract issues has been whether agreements made in a purely online environment were signed and therefore legally binding. Since a traditional ink signature is impossible on an electronic contract, people have used several different ways to indicate the electronic signatures, including typing the signer's names into the signatory area, but pasting in a scanned version of the signer's signature, clicking an accept button, or using cryptographic scrambling technology. While the term digital signature is used for any of those methods, it is becoming standard to reserve the term for cryptographic signature methods and to use electronic signature for other paperless signature methods.
Very good, very good. I'm sorry, who was asking for the Zoom option? Well, I can. Who?
I think it was Natalia.
I think
Natalia.
so, yeah.
Yes, the application here, the Jamboard, allows me to zoom in just a little bit, but the problem is that it doesn't allow me to see the whole screen so that I can follow your thoughts. I'm not sure what you want, but well, I accept here is becoming standard to reserve the term for cryptographic for other paperless signature methods. So which would be the correct one there in number 1? Take for instance that here there is a capital letter, and so it must end with a dot, I think. Which do you think it is, the correct one?
Maybe the B?
Yes, I think so, yes. An electronic contract is an agreement created and signed in electronic form.
For all of you, I say, and you repeat, signed with a D. Signed. No, sign it, because it's not sign it. I'm gonna get angry if you say sign it. Say signed with a final D. The same goes for verbs such as to designed. The same goes for that kind of verb. Be careful with those adjectives because it's a classic mistake. Very standard one. Okay, let's go on to the next one here. I'm not sure. Natalia, can you speak? Because I always ask Griselda, Karen, and Maria and I want someone different from them. Can you read number 2? Are you able?
She's not.
Is there anyone other than Griselda, Karen, and Maria who is able to read?
Sure,
Number
I
2.
will. Number 2.
Yes. PKI.
Are e-signatures secure? PKI uses an algorithm to encrypt online documents so that they will be accessible only to authorized parties. The parties have keys to read and sign the document, thus ensuring that no one else will be able to see it fraudulently. Code standards are still evolving. It is expected that PKI technology will become widely accepted.
Very good. So which do you think would be the best fit on the number 2?
D.
Security
D.
experts. All right. Do you want to read it, Griselda?
Yes, it says security experts currently favor the cryptographic signature method known as public key infrastructure, PKI, as the very difficult, as the most secure and reliable method of signing contracts online. Reliable.
Signing contracts online. Do we have a system like that, like the PKI?
Yes, it's mandatory in Argentina recently.
Which one is it? The same?
Firma electrónica.
Yes.
Firma.
Yes.
Electronic signature.
Yes.
Very good, but does it have like a special name like public key infrastructure?
No.
Oh, I don't
PKI.
It's just electronic signature, and that's it.
We have digital signature
and
electronic signature.
Very good.
And we have this one in this token.
Yes.
Yes. And
yes.
Everyone, I say, and you repeat, all of you, encrypt. Encrypt with a E and E. Encrypt.
Encrypt.
And here you have to smile. You have to say keys. 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 The same goes with the group, the musical group, key. The same go. Sorry, no, that's kiss. It's different from keys.
Yes.
And remember to make emphasis on the final Z. Keys. Keys. Because sometimes it may cause some mistakes. And this one is an interesting one. Can you read it again? Who was the one who was reading? Natalia, was it? Or maybe Romina? I'm not sure.
Erika, I think.
Erika.
Very good. Can you read it again? This one here.
Sorry, read again.
Yes, can you read this word again?
The first?
No, just the one that I'm highlighting.
Okay, choosing fraudulently.
Yes. Well. Yeah, sorry, Zara. I cannot hear you very well. I'm sorry. But well, For all of you, this would be fraudulently. Fraudulently. If it's like a tongue twister, it's because it is. Fraudulently. Repeat, all of you, fraudulently.
Fraudulently.
Fraudulently. Yes, it's a new one. I never seen it. Fraudulently. To sign fraudulently. A new one for me.
It's a tongue twister.
Yes, it's a new one for me as well. But remember that sometimes contracts carry these types of expression. Remember the archaic terms. For all of you who don't know what archaic means, it's actually from contract law as well, because it's about terms, very old terms that we normally don't use at all. So we have that in Spanish as well. Maybe terms that aren't used a lot in Spanish. Could you give me an example?
Yes, we have a lot.
Can you give me an example?
Que casi todo el vocabulario.
Vuestra señoría.
Ah, magistrado.
Dios guarde a vuestra
señoría. Señoría, sí.
I thought, visto y considerando, could it be?
Sí, es más un formalismo, quizás.
Sí, este es más normal, pero claro, sí.
Well, thanks for adding more information. You really should learn to talk more. And you don't laugh at all.
No se me ocurre una hora.
No sé, qué sé yo, si hago un telegrama laboral, a veces pongo
maybe provisto,
entregado, vuestro empleado, y no digo vuestro empleado hablando, como lo escribo.
Pero
dirijo usted en relación a vuestro empleado.
Suscrito.
Sí, o todos los términos que por ahí usamos en latín también.
Eso también, sí.
El acuo o acuo.
Claro, todo lo que es latín ya es viejo.
Right.
Formal.
Very good. So now let's move on. Who am I going to pick here? Andrea. Very good. I just told you. Very good. So can you read it? All of it. And then we'll talk about number 3.
Yes, the most significant legal effect of the new e-signatures law is to make electronic contracts and signatures are legally valid as paper contracts. Valid. The fact that electronic contracts have been given solid legal support is great news for companies that conduct business online. Under the law, consumers can now buy almost any goods or services, from cars to home mortgage, without placing pen to paper.
Without placing pen to paper. Very good. And all of you, remember, it's legal with an E.
Legal, yes.
Legal,
legal.
not legal. Legal.
Yes, legal.
Legal. It sounds exhausting to mark, highlighted, but trust me, it's important for you to know. So, which could be number 3? The fact from cars to home without placing pen to paper. Which could be number 3.
A or not?
And because of the electronic signature law.
I think it is C.
C, can be?
Yes, I think so.
I think
too.
Yes.
Number C. Maybe. Yes?
Yes.
The laws of benefits need enforceable ordering supplies for this component need. Helps them conduct business entirely on the internet. Right, it's no paper needed, so can you write it? Who was the one who said it? I'm not sure. Andrea, can you write it down here on number 3? It's great. Very good. I'm now going to pick another one. Is there anyone who hasn't read yet and is able to talk?
Yo no leí.
Who? I can.
Romina.
Romina. Very good. Can you read it? Can you read this one?
Yes. Federal law versus state law. The Federal Electronic Signature Law won't override any state laws on electronic transactions, provided the state law is substantially similar to the federal law or to the state has adopted the Uniform Electronic Transactions Act. This ensures that electronic contracts and electronic signatures will be valid in all states, regardless of where the parties live or where the contract is executed.
Very good. Yes. So federal electronic system won't override. So this means that it is the electronic form is valid in all forms. Is it the same here in our country? There is like a standard form, electronic form in all provinces? Or is there a difference sometimes? Someone said the e-cédula was different in Córdoba, for instance, was it?
Yes, I think every province has its own electronic devices, or I don't know.
System.
Yes.
Interesting.
Are different.
Yes. But in federal law, I think it is all the same, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But
yes.
I mean the format is a difference within the different provinces, or is there like a standard form?
No.
What is the form?
No, I mean because I don't know much about it.
Do you have token in Córdoba or in San Luis? A token like this one I show you?
Yes. In San Luis, yes.
And Córdoba? No. ¿Quién era de Córdoba?
Parece que Erika, ¿verdad?
Right, well, probably, yes. So now, I think, is this the final one? I'm not sure. Yes, it's the final one. Very good.
No,
is there anyone?
Falta una, son 5.
Yes.
Yes.
In the next page.
Are you sure? Yes. You're right. Very good. Yes. Thank you for highlighting it. Okay, so Andrea, you just won the first. You're going to read now because you highlighted.
Okay. Do you want paper or electronic? If you prefer paper, the law provides a means for you to opt out of using electronic contracts. An online company must provide a notice indicating whether paper contracts are available and informing you that if you give your consent to use electronic documents, you can later change your mind. If you withdraw consent to use electronic contracts, the notice must explain what fees and penalties might apply if the company must use paper agreements for the transaction.
So which would be number 4?
Number 4.
We're talking about electronic, paper or electronic, the notice.
E?
Very good. Andrea, can you read it? Letter E.
Yes. E. Notice must also indicate whether your consent applies only to the particular transactions at hand, or whether the business has to get consent to use e-document signatures for each transaction.
Very good. So, how did you realize that it was E?
Sorry?
Well, it's a classic exercise for maybe for examinations. So it's always important to know, how did you know that that the answer was E, was one option or the other?
We are talking about consent, I think.
Yes, maybe.
Consent, I don't know.
Are you sure? I thought you were talking, because here we were talking about a notice. That's why I think, that's why I, for instance, thought that that was the correct one. But well, that depends on your point of view.
Yes.
There you can see one for all of you. If you ever want to sit for the TOEFL examination, that's one way to, that's one tool to do it. Very good. So who else can keep on reading here? Is there anyone else? Very good. So, Erika, can you read it?
Acá estoy. Voy a leerlo con el micrófono.
Yes.
Prior to signing your consent, the business must also provide statements outlining the hardware and software requirements to read and save the business electronic documents. If the hardware or software requirements change while you have a contract or relationship with the business must notify you of the change and give you the option to revoke your consent to using electronic documents.
Very good. And now all of you, I say, and you repeat, outlining.
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 And for future reference, this would be consent.
Consent.
The emphasis is on the final E, consent.
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 Sometimes it may look like the other way around, consent or consent, but I think in general terms it's consent. To revoke your consent, yes. Very good. To give options. To consent, the business must also provide a statement. Very good. So, who else is there? Romy, can you read it? Can you read number consumer concerns?
Romy,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering why.
Consumer concerns. The law establishes only that electronic signatures in all their forms qualify as the signatures in the legal sense, and leaves it up to software companies and the free market to establish which electronic signature methods will be used. Since electronic signature technology is still evolving, many kinds of e-signatures offer little, if any, security. If a consumer uses an insecure signature method, identity thieves could intercept it online and use it for fraudulent purposes. It's expected that secure methods of electronic signatures will be adopted and become as commonplace as credit cards. However, stolen electronic signatures have the potential to become as widespread a problem for e-commerce as credit card scams and stolen passwords. Consumer protection groups suggest caution before signing anything online.
Interesting. Do we have problems like that here in our country? Do some people sometimes forge, look for this word, forge signatures? Look here, this is a new expression for all of you. Forge signature. Does it happen also here with cédula electrónicas?
Me está llamando Andrea Pilato, ¿no es? Andrea. Uy.
Forge signature. Very good. So I am assuming that you don't know, so I'll just move on. So please say something. My God.
Sorry, I don't understand what is to forge.
Oh, yes.
When you remember what it said here, fraudulent purposes. What happens sometimes? Because remember that sometimes
falsificar.
your signature, yes, altering, yes, signatures. So you sign contracts as someone, but you're not that person. But sometimes it says here that electronic devices don't differentiate who is the one who is signing.
Signing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Signing, please.
Yeah, signing. Correct. Very good. Yes, I taught you well. Yes.
María se despachó.
Yes, I taught you well. Signing. Very good, girls. And I thought you weren't listening. Very good. So, which could be number 5?
Sorry.
Can be A.
But I said I thought you weren't listening, so I can see that you are listening. Very good.
Of course.
All right, let's number 5. Which letter could be?
A, I think.
A.
Yes.
All right, can you read it, Karen?
Yes. Wait a minute. Consumer advocates are concerned because the federal electronic signature law does not define an electric signature or stipulates what technologies can or should be used to create an electronic signature.
The law establishes very good. I think it's letter A. Do you all think so?
Yes, it is A.
I don't have the keys here to show you.
It's the last one.
The last one. So
no other option.
Yes.
What? I'm sorry.
There is no other option.
Ah, sorry. Yes.
It's the last one.
No, well, I have forgotten that we had already.
We don't need a keys.
I have forgotten that we had already selected everything, everyone. B, D, C, E, A. Very good, girls. Yeah, you were right. It was the only one. Okay, so now this is gonna be long as well. So who wants to read it? I think Romina, Natalia, America. I think Natalia is absent, isn't she? I'm not sure if she's gone.
I think she's not. She has no camera or mic.
Ah, very good. Okay, so maybe Romina and Erika, Can you read them? These are all a set of questions.
Yes, I read. Read the text again and answer these questions. 1. What is the difference between a digital signature and an electronic signature?
Very good. Griselda, can you go on to the next question?
Yes, 2. What is the most important result of the new law?
Very good. Maria, can you go on with number 3?
Yes. 3. Why do business-to-business websites welcome the new law?
Very good. Andrea, can you go on?
What does the new law stipulate concerning the use of paper contracts?
Very good. Is there anyone else? I think, Romina, can you read number 5?
Yes. According to the law, which kinds of electronic signatures are to be regarded as legal signatures?
Very good. Okay, so now take a picture and we'll start reading. And we'll try to find, all right, maybe, do you know the answer for number 1? Maybe you already know it. Or probably don't. So.
I think it is a blockchain method or system that is.
No one is cryptographic and the other one no.
That, yes.
Very good. So can you write it down? Maybe here, down here. I think you can actually change for it to be.
Oh.
Yes, you can change the frame if you want. So it's a different background. But it's hard, nevertheless, because the handwriting is too big. All right, do you want to write it down here, Griselda? Or maybe we go.
Yes, I'm going there. Cryptographic? No. That way, this way, cryptographic.
Tomás?
Yes.
No sé por qué no se ve.
I thought Griselda was the other
Now
one.
you, now you
Está.
Not.
Escribí mal acá.
Very good. Okay. Okay, and what about number 2? What is the most important results of the new law? I think we read it here, maybe in paper, electronic.
Maybe that or not.
Which one? I don't remember. I think it was here. You give the option. No. Withdraw. Consent. I think so. Sorry, I'm searching for which was the results of the new law.
Okay, federal law. Yes.
I think it was this information to make him be legally valid as paper contracts.
Yeah.
And that now consumers can buy almost any food or service from electronic commerce.
Interesting. Very good. So can anyone write it down? Number 2, anyone, the one who wants it. It's up for very good. So, okay, do you want me to do it? Because I no sabe, no contesta.
Yo tengo trabada y no puedo, se me trabó
Pensé
la pantalla. Y
que
no
alguien
puedo,
estaba escribiendo porque estaba Violeta.
debe haber quedado yo trabada, porque estaba intentando escribir, pero se me trabó. Quedó ahí.
You have to click out to the text box.
No.
If you
Acá
can't do it.
Natalia puso que se fue.
Yes, Natalia just said that she's gone. So we're on our own. But I have a lot of girls here to help me. I think so.
Is that incorrect or not?
Valid as what?
As valid as paper.
Paper contracts, yes. That would be I think that would be the complete answer. And Griselda mentioned something about the consumer rights, was it?
No.
I think you said something about the consumer rights.
No, me, Karen.
Well, Karen, I think you said something about it.
Yes, that now the consumers can buy from electronic commerce. And they don't need to sign the paper.
Interesting. Do you think now with COVID-19 that could be the future now, that you don't have to sign any paper and
Yes,
touch anything? You just have to use a finger with a signature.
Yes, I think so.
Probably that's the new thing. Do they do it as well with the inmobiliario, with the real estate? Real estate laws about when you want to buy a house or rent a flat. Maybe you use electronic signatures for that type of
Electronic signature is very new here. On July 19, 2020, I think.
Well, here in
Todos los escribanos todavía no lo tienen.
Bueno, here in my jurisdiction, it is since the summer we have it.
It's very new.
Open. We have digital but not electronic, and since this summer we have the two of them.
Very good. Can buy things using electronic devices. Correct. Interesting. And what about number 4? Who wants to read it here?
Nos faltó la 3, me parece.
Sorry, no, number 3 then. You're correct. Very good. Yes, you're paying attention. Yes. Very good. So can you tell me, why do business-to-business websites welcome the new law? I think it was this part here?
Because they don't need paper. And you can revoke your consent. Consent. So.
It's in pen to paper. Very good, I think. All right, write it there because you're probably, yeah, you're right.
No.
You're right, yeah. Unless you other girls have anything else to say.
We said that's right.
Yes.
Always, Karen.
Of course.
Right on that.
Okay, of course, Papartu. Very good.
Ay, esperen que me perdí.
Por pelear.
Eso por pelear, ¿viste? Revoke, era así, ¿no?
Revoke with a B and a K.
Revoke? No.
Sorry, but what are you writing?
Revoke? Ah, no se ve, ¿no?
No, until you haven't clicked out of the box, I cannot see what you're writing.
Okay.
You can revoke your consent anytime.
This isn't.
Look, this is interesting because you can say revoke your consent at any time. Sorry, I'm not sure if I can edit on it. You revoke your consent at any time, or maybe you can just delete at any time, and you can say anytime you want to.
You want to.
Anytime you want to, or anytime you want. Depends on you. Interesting use. Very good, Gisela. Anytime.
Thank you.
Sorry, no. Let me just erase it because it's not anytime. Very good. Yes. Like it. Okay, what about number 4? Why do the new law stipulate concerning the use of contract, paper contracts? What does the new law stipulate?
I think that the consumers can choose if they want a paper contract or e-contract, but I am not sure.
Maybe. I'm sorry, do you all think the same?
Yes, I was talking with my mic.
It says here that the online company must tell you if you can sign a paper contract or just online.
Yes.
Online, yes. Very good. Yes. Okay. So write it down. Who was the one who said it? Karen, was it?
Karen y Maria. But Maria, can you write it because my print is frozen?
Oh.
Yes, but dictame. A ver. ¿Qué era lo que decías?
Dictate.
That consumers can choose if they want electronic contract or paper contract. And then you say another thing. Thank you, Maria.
All paper contract. Yes. Very good. Okay. For all of you, according to the new law, which kinds of electronic signatures are to be regarded as legal signatures?
Digital and electronic ones.
Qualify as signatures in the legal sense, electronic signatures. I think only electronic signatures could be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the information is right there.
It could be, yes.
Very good. Can you write it down, Griselda?
Okay.
There's not much space, so all
Yes,
right, we'll just do it like that. Very good, yes. Okay.
Or are like legal ones could be. Or the same.
Maybe, I'm not sure because it says which kinds of electronic signatures. Does it say which kind?
Since electronic technology assisted volumes.
Maybe it's talking about PKI technology.
Maybe.
Well, it says here that it's the most secure and reliable method of signing contracts. But I'm not sure if it says that it's the only, because it says that security experts currently favor. I'm not sure if it says here that it's the only acceptable one. But well, let's see.
It says here in digital signature too. I think are the two of them, electronic and digital signature. ¿Quién se ríe? No?
Sorry, that was me.
I don't know.
I don't know, yes.
In the first one, it says digital signatures too.
Digital electronic signatures and B and maybe electronic contracts.
It says,
signed in electronic
while the term digital signature is used for any of these methods, it is becoming standard to reserve the term to cryptographic signatures methods.
Yes,
method.
maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right, Lisa.
My God, that's a tough one.
Yes.
Maybe cryptographic signature methods. Could it be here, this one?
Yes, maybe.
And to use electronic signature. Well, all right, let's write it like that. Cryptographic, blah, 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 blah. Cryptographic signature. You don't laugh. My God.
We are unmuted.
Ah.
So you don't
Very
hear
good.
us.
So write it down. Maybe cryptographic signature methods. Probably are as valid as the legal ones. Because it tells you what kinds of electronic signatures are to be regarded as legal ones.
¿Está bien escrito así o es con I latina?
Methods without the final E. Cryptographic without the G in the middle. Just the P, H, and Y, and C.
Sorry, you change it.
Sorry, do you want me to change it?
Yes,
Very
please.
good. Methods.
Cryptographic.
Cryptographic, yes. That's the correct one. Method, signature method. We'll leave it like
mistake.
that. Sorry?
It's a mistake. The text says creep and the Y.
Ah, yeah, sorry, yes. I didn't realize. So maybe it's cryptographic here. And maybe here, I'm not sure if that's what you mean.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So yes. I think that's it for my part. Probably, I'm not sure. Yes. Maybe you want to go back to the other break room.
Bueno,
thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, my dogs go crazy.
What?
Oh, now my dog will be here.
The two of them, because someone locked it on the door. Yes, and my dogs were.
When my dog listens to your dog, she will come.
Yes,
sí,
my
pero ahora se
cat
volvieron
sometimes
completamente locas.
No, pero hoy la estuvo rara mal. Hoy tuvo un mal día. Se la pasó ladrando.
Hay una que abre la puerta y la otra la busca para que vaya a abrir la puerta. Porque no sabe la otra. Y se fueron, huyeron. Por eso no estaba prestando atención.
Very good. So now I'll stop the recording